Well, hello. Today's the 1980 Chuck Norris movie, The Octagon. Terrorists assassinate the Canadian ambassador in France. Scott James takes a woman he is dating to her home, only to discover ninjas are there to kill her family. Scott visits an old friend who is in some covert operations group to find out about these ninjas. He also meets a rich woman who gets him involved with these terrorists. We do find out in flashbacks that Scott is a foster brother to the terrorists now training ninjas. Scott attempts to find the location of the ninja camp. He meets a woman who was at the camp and now wants out of the terrorist organization. Scott's friend AJ decides to go after them after they kill a woman he likes. There's another battle with the ninja terrorists. Scott and Aura, the former terrorists, find the camp in Central America. Scott must run the Octagon, a sort of obstacle course for training ninjas. The terrorist recruits decide to revolt against the ninjas. Scott has a final showdown with his foster brother. So there's another one of Chuck Norris's earlier movies, and he also starred with the great Lee Van Cleef in it. And it was another big success for him on a budget of 2.5 to 4 million, depending on sources. It made between 19 and 25 million. So it was another big, huge success. And you could tell that Chuck Norris has pretty good charisma, and he really has some great fight moves. And this is an interesting movie. It also it's portrayed his son Mike Norris as a teenage version of himself in flashbacks, and it's kind of interesting. It has this sort of the director decided to give him these moments where he would like have an internal thinking where he's whispering stuff like, what does this do, and what it's kind of like in the comics where you have those little thought balloons or something that you're showing characters what they think, and that was an interesting idea. Otherwise, it's a pretty exciting little action movie. It goes all around places, and it has, of course, great Lee Van Cleef, also as a friend of his that's in some kind of government covert operation group or something that are fighting these terrorists. And it has terrorism, which is kind of more relevant today than anything. And it's it has a bunch of ninjas, had a lot of fight scenes. It's definitely a Chuck Norris movie. It's a pretty fun movie. I think there's not much else to say about it. It's like any Chuck Norris movie. That's what you want, and that's what you get. And I definitely have a recommend this. So if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.